Aloha Aries, and welcome to your tarot reading for the month of August 2026. We are going to dive right into it, but before we do, if you would like to get a personal tarot reading with me, you can always go to themagicsiren.com. I'll always have the current promo codes down in the description box below. You'll also find the link to our Patreon down there. We post every day, and we have a whole lot of fun over in our Patreon. There's also the link to our podcast every Sunday at the Siren Circle. We deep dive into a new topic, so I hope to see you there this Sunday. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into your reading for the month. We're going to go ahead and start with the overall theme or vibe for the month. We'll move into any potential obstacles or challenges. Then we'll shuffle to see how we can overcome those challenges, and then we'll get any extra messages for the month. And because this is a monthly reading, we're also going to do an affirmation for the month at the end of the video, so make sure you hang out so you get your affirmation for the month. With all that being said, let's get into it. We have our love oracles as well as our general oracles to kick off the overall theme and vibe. So let's go ahead and see what's happening in terms of love for all of you Aries. Make sure you're watching your sun, your moon, and your rising sign for a complete overview of your month. So let's go ahead and get into it. What do we have in terms of love for all of our Aries friends for the month of August 2026? What do we have coming in terms of love and emotions? We have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Now, this card does not have to just be traditional engagement, but it absolutely can be. So for those of you that have been in a long-term relationship or you've been with somebody for a little while, they might be popping the question this month. So congratulations to all of you. For those of you that are single and you're not in a relationship, just know that there might be somebody coming into your life or something coming into your life that is offering some sort of commitment. For those of you that are already in long-term committed relationships, this engagement card also says that there is an opportunity this month for you and your person to recommit to each other on a deeper level, just kind of going in and rekindling that commitment. So I really like this engagement card kind of kicking things off for all of you Aries this month. Let's go ahead and see the general oracle, what else can be added. We have the study card. Reading, research, and education help you gain confidence and clarity about your career. Some of you are being called into committing to your education again. Some of you are being called into committing to learn more about what you are trying to achieve, the things that really spark your interest, becoming a student in life again. This is that card of not being afraid to kind of dive in and learn new skills or just really brush up the skills you already have. With that study card and the engagement card coming out together, this is just recommitting to yourself, recommitting to investing in you. At the beginning of the year, I was saying a lot how this is going to be the year to invest in yourself because we're the only thing that's going to have a guarantee return on that investment. So invest in yourself this month, commit to you, commit to your learning, your education, and just kind of beefing up your life resume. Outside of that, we have that study card too. This is going to be the month of going back to school. So for those of you that have been considering going back to school, this is your little confirmation or your green light from the universe to go ahead and enroll in that class, in that college course, in the workshops. I think we're actually going to host either a tarot workshop this month or an astrology workshop, so keep an eye out for that as well. But this is that card of studying, allowing yourself to kind of just deepen your knowledge across the board and recommitting to yourself, to really investing in yourself. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what tarot has to add for the overall theme and vibe for August for all of you Aries friends. We have the Queen of Wands in reversal. This is your elemental queen showing out in the reversal. So she is the queen of fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. When we see a reversal in a tarot reading, it can represent something that has already happened, or it can represent an obstacle or challenge that is preventing us from seeing it in the upright position. Now, the Queen of Wands in the upright position is the divine feminine of action. She's all about passion, excitement, forward movement, confidence, motivation, determination. And so for some of you, you might have a little bit of a hard time this month really stepping into that energy, or at least when it comes to the divine feminine within us. We all have the divine masculine as well as the divine feminine within us. It's like the yin, the yang, the as above, so below. We have to be able to have both in order to be able to be that complete energetic line. So with that being said, maybe a lot of you have been in this divine masculine, which is all about hustle and grind and go, 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 go. When in reality, we're being asked for this month of August to be able to kind of take a step back from that, get back into the divine feminine and really find your inner confidence again. Find the things that do spark your passion. Find that motivation to get excited for your life again. And not just excited in terms of like what's going to make me money or what's going to give me the next material thing or how I'm going to be able to get rich overnight. These are things that genuinely fulfill your soul, that give you that passion and fire outside of just the material realm, the material aspects. The material is very divine masculine, and we're being asked to go more into the feminine of fulfillment of our soul, okay? With that being said, let's go ahead and see what Tarot has to say about potential obstacle or challenge for this month. Because we are seeing that Queen of Wands in reversal, I am curious to see what comes out when it's all about the potential obstacle or challenge for the month. So let's go ahead and see what we have. We're going to ask Universe and Spirit, what is the potential obstacle or challenge for this month? We have 2 cards popping out there. We're going to go ahead and keep them both as bonus. You have the 4 of Swords in reversal and then ultimately the 3 of Cups as well. So I do kind of like this combination. I'm like, which one do we start with? We'll start with the 4 of Swords in reversal. The 4 of Swords in the upright is that card of needing to just relax, rest, and recharge your batteries. And I think for a lot of you, again, maybe you've just been in hustle mode. I'm going to be honest, these 2 cards being in reversal together really tell me that you have been in hustle mode. I think a lot of you over the last couple of months, it's really just work, work, work. You work at work, you work at home, you work in your sleep, it feels like. It's like there is a lot of just hustle, grinding it out, figuring out how you're going to be able to do all the things that you need to do or the obligations. So with this energy kind of coming out here, it's saying let's pause on that, pump the brakes a little bit, make the time to spend with friends, make the time to go do things that make you happy. The 3 of Cups is exactly that, spending time with friends, with family, going out and doing things that just make you feel good, whether it's going to a carnival, a fair, going to see live music, going to an art gallery, or even just going for a walk in nature. The 3 of Cups says we need to do things that are fulfilling our cups, fulfilling our soul. And again, that goes back to the energy I was talking about over here with that Queen of Wands in reversal. I think the big theme for you that is going to be all about what makes you feel good, what makes your inside light up, what fuels your inner flame, fuels that inner fire, and is not necessarily connected to obligations or work or responsibilities. The whole theme of August for all of you Aries is going to be what makes you happy? What makes you want to get up? What makes you excited? What relationships in your life fulfill those cups? And really prioritize that this month. But let's go ahead and see how to overcome the challenge. How can we overcome that? How can we overcome the push and pull between having fun and doing things without having a reason to do them? Because it feels like that's kind of what maybe you've been waiting for a reason to have to do something fun versus the pull of just work, work, work. So what is the push and pull? How do we overcome that? Well, we do the 3 of Swords. So I think for maybe some of you, it's almost kind of like, you know what, I've been doing this for so long that I don't have a bunch of friends to just be calling and going to do all these fun things, or I don't have the time to go do these things, or I don't have the means to make this happen, or I don't have money to go on that trip that I want to go on. I will say this, the things that really fulfill you can be free. And sometimes just breaking outside of our comfort zone and going to do things by ourselves, even though at first it could be emotionally difficult to process, it sometimes is the most fulfilling and freeing experience. Now, some of you might be dealing with some sort of emotionally difficult experience, whether it's the ending of a relationship, maybe you and your bestie don't talk anymore, and maybe that's why you haven't been hanging out and going and doing all this fun stuff. Maybe some of you have ended a romantic relationship and you're like, all these things that I used to do, I had someone that would go with me and now I don't. This card is telling you don't allow emotional difficult scenarios, situations, or even just thoughts stop you from doing these things, from becoming the Queen of Wands, from finding your inner confidence again, from finding that spark, that excitement for life. Yes, throughout this month, you might have these moments of emotional difficulty. You might have these moments where things from the past that didn't work out, or things from the past that were really kind of a bummer, they might come back to the surface. It might twinkle a little here and there, but don't dwell on that. Don't allow yourself to just end up being in that bed space of not doing anything. Your spirit team wants you to kind of push yourself outside of your comfort zone. You have your sacred space that you've been building through some of that heartbreak, through some of the emotional difficulty. Trust that that space is there to hold you, to support you, to nurture you, and allow yourself to go outside your comfort zone a little bit. There are going to be new things that come into your life that offer a commitment, whether it is new friends that actually will be there for you for the long term, whether it's a new relationship in love and it's not somebody that's like your ex, they genuinely want to support you as a partner, whether it's a new job, maybe there was a job loss and that's part of the energy of the Three of Swords. Regardless, just know that there are going to be new things that come into your life over this month, or new opportunities for things that will at least offer some sort of commitment and fulfillment. So don't allow any of the emotionally difficult things to stop you from going out and doing something that makes you feel good. At first, it's going to be hard, but once you push yourself outside of your comfort zone, I think you'll be able to go home that night and say, you know what, that wasn't so bad. I'm going to try it again in a couple days. Let's go ahead and get any extra messages that Universe and Spirit have for you this month. Like I said, I think this month is all about you, Aries. I would not be focusing on anyone or anything else this month. It's all about how to make you feel happy, feel fulfilled, and not dwell on the emotional difficulty. Anyway, let's go ahead and get the extra messages. You have the Devil in reversal. So, you know, for a lot of you, it's like you are removing yourself from toxicity. I think toxicity, whether it was gaslighting, whether it was just draining energy, whether it was manipulation or narcissism, any of that, I think a lot of that has already left your life. That could also be part of, again, the ending or the heartbreak or the emotionally difficult. But I think it's almost kind of like this being your extra messages is telling you, like, that's in the past for a reason. Anyone that resurfaces from the past, if it was toxic, if it wasn't good, even if you know, like, deep down it was not good, I wouldn't entertain it. I would remember that the people that genuinely want to see you happy, the people that you genuinely care about, that want to support you and nurture you and all those things that I already mentioned, those are the people that you should create the space for and have the time for this month, Aries. Do not waste your time on anyone or anything that is toxic, manipulative, gaslighting, or drains your energy. This month is all about you. This month is all about calling in things in your life that want to commit to you, that want to commit to your happiness, and again, also recommitting to yourself. I think, honestly, in the very beginning of this video, we said, like, recommit to yourself, because you are the only thing that's going to guarantee a return on that investment. And I feel like this month of August is all about just investing in you, your happiness, what fulfills your soul, and really allowing yourself to find your inner confidence again. Let's go ahead and get your affirmation for the month. We're going to do a monthly affirmation for all of you Aries. This is an affirmation that you can use every day, whether you use it before you start your day, at the end of your day, throughout your day. Look at yourself in the mirror, look at yourself in the eyes, and say this out loud every day, or as often as you can remember, because I never remember to do my affirmation every single day. And let's go ahead and see what we have. Let's go ahead and see what we could get here for Aries. It says, I let go of what is no longer serving me and I am open to what is. So that sums it up very nicely. It sums up this reading very nicely. Let go of what no longer serves you, okay? Yes, it might be difficult to do so sometimes. Yes, that emotional difficulty might come to the surface, but there are better things that are going to serve you on the way into your life. So open yourself up to what will serve you, okay? So again, take a screenshot if you need to, all right? Say this every day. I let go of what is no longer serving me and I am open to what is. All right. Overall, there are some great messages here for you, Aries. I hope that you all have a wonderful month of August. Like I said, if you want to get a personal reading with me, go to themagicsiren.com. Use that promo code down in the description box below. If you are still watching this video and you haven't liked this video, can you please consider liking this video? Consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps me out. It doesn't cost you anything. And you also get to join our Ohana. We absolutely love making new friends here. Other than that, I'm going to let you get back to your day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you again soon. Aloha.